Welcome to Ignorance Unleashed with your host Salvatore Cavalieri. In just 10 minutes, enjoy no-nonsense insights with a dash of humor and absurdity. Approved by his psychiatrist and wife because they agree he needs this outlet.
Hey. So today we're going to talk about migration or immigration. But in reality, the correct word today is migration. But briefly, let me go to the immigration problem that we're having here in the United States. Okay? So we have a lot of illegals. Yes. And we have a lot of people that here are committing crimes that are illegals. Well, in your place, the illegals, it is to be out of the country, really. Okay? If we welcome you in this country, it's for you to do good. It's for you to do something useful. And preferably, and the best way to get here has to be done legally. Make a line like anybody else, not in the border of Mexico to cross illegally. No, make a line in a consulate in your country. Do your paperwork. And if you qualify, you get in. Okay? It's not like free for all people coming here like nothing. No, that's not the way it is. It is very sad. This is not today's topic. Today's topic is way more interesting than that. Okay? But it is not fair that I have seen investors coming in, putting a lot of money in the immigration office, driving them insane with more paperwork. But then you have other people that are coming illegally, who's using services, some of them committing crimes, and then, us, the taxpayers, we need to pay for that. No, that's not the way it goes. Okay, and I grew up in Latin America. So I had one friend of mine who told me, "Hey, you're heartless. You don't have." No, it's not a man of heart. I can welcome anybody, but come legally, stay, learn the language, invest. Don't suck from me, okay, or the government, okay. So with that said, let's talk about the other name, migration. Is the migration of wealth, the migration of millionaires coming to Florida. Okay? So pretty soon I'm going to post an article that just came in today. And then we're going to talk about why people are moving to Florida. Okay? Especially the wealthy ones. And for the huevones out there, that they are, oh my God, all these millionaires are going to drive my prices up. Well, you know what? You don't know what you're talking about, okay? And if you get offended for what I say, I really don't care, okay? Because your vision is so small that you should not be around here. You should go move. Go somewhere else, okay? So, with that said, let me share this with you. Okay, so this is in today's news. Okay, Florida continues to gain $1 million earners. Good. The state had 8% increase in $1 million earners from 2021, 2022, etc., etc. Nationwide, the number dropped by 2%. Okay, and this is from the Florida realtors. Okay, doesn't surprise me. This trend continues. Since I am in real estate, I know that, for example, in the county of Palm Beach, anything that is within $2 to $5 million, the inventory is gone. There is no inventory there. Okay, so everything was purchased. How many of those homes there are? There are quite a few of those, especially in some counties near the water, especially, and also here in Orlando as well. So why people are moving? So why are they making this change from another state and coming over here? Well, there's some very good reasons, which I'm gonna show you now, in a second. Okay, here. And we're gonna go one by one. All right. So, of course, in Florida, we have tax advantages. We don't have income tax at all. So this makes it very attractive to a lot of people to put their money, the investment here in Florida, okay? Then we have a favorable weather. Here we have, in general, we have very good weather. I think we have some nasty rains and something called a hurricane from here and there, and a hurricane is very damaging, but you have to have insurance, and your house, your property has to be prepared for that. If you're prepared, if you have insurance, it's going to be a pain. But Florida has had so many storms, hundreds of storms since ever, and still we are here and thriving. So hurricanes, you can prepare. You can see them in the radar. You can prepare. It's very different than an earthquake. You don't know when it's going to hit you. It's very different than a fire. You don't know when a fire is going to start. Okay? So with that said, the weather is very important. And it's very nice. The lifestyle is also pretty cool here. Now, let's talk about number 3, robust luxury real estate market. Yes, there is a lot of luxury stuff here, which attracts other people that are looking for the same lifestyle, not only from within the United States, but you have other people coming from abroad. There are famous artists that they are now in Miami. They've always been there, but now they're more, okay? So when you have a market that caters and is set up for them, guess what happens? If you have 1, 2, 3 millionaires coming in, and then you have more and more millionaires coming too as well. Besides that, you have economic opportunities. Okay, so here in Florida, those millionaires, when they come here, they're just not going to be with their arm crossed. They're going to do something. So you have opportunities of investments that they do here. So that's money that they spend locally. Okay, so that moves the economy up for everyone. And also in this state, we have political and economic stability. For a good number of years, we had a governor that has done an excellent job, especially after and during and after the pandemic as well. And we have stability. We don't have problems, like political problems like other states. We don't have a serious problem with crime. We don't have that kind of stuff. So when that happens, guess what? People with wealth will move to that location. Okay? With that said, now, so those are the basic reasons, and I skim over really quickly, Now, with that said, I had conversations with some people that they are scared of this. Well, probably they get scared about everything, but they are scared about this. And their main subject and the main complaint and the main, oh my God, is that the millionaires are going to drive the prices up so much that it will be impossible to live in Florida. Number one, if you think like that, clearly you're thinking really small. Number two, it's not real. And number three, money brings money. Okay? And more investment. So let me go one by one here. Okay. Wealth creates more jobs and opportunities. When you have high earners coming to an area, guess what? You're going to have investment. That property that they're going to buy needs to have to be taken care. They're going to buy insurance. They're going to buy services. They're going to have a title company when they purchase the property. That they're going to have a server. They're going to move the money. Just the fact of buying the property is going to provide food for many tables around it. Just the fact that they're buying in Florida. So you have all the people there are going to they're going to provide services when they purchase the property. Okay, so like I said, title company, the attorneys, the inspectors. Yeah, okay. Then maybe they get a loan, maybe not. Okay. That's another one. The loan could be a local one too. So that's an investor also who's going to make money on this. Most likely, probably they will buy cash for other reasons, which I'm not covering here. But anyway, so it's moving the money, just the fact that they are purchasing. When you purchase the property, then the $1 million property requires maybe a 10 to 15% per year in maintenance. Okay, in maintenance alone. Many of these millionaires, they also buy jets. And a jet will be the most affordable one, a small one actually will be like $3 million. It can go all the way to $50 million if you want to park those, if you want to, bird, I think is the word, inside the canals in Fort Lauderdale and Palm Beach. 100-footer, I think, is the maximum. Otherwise, you have to go to special places. Well, guess what? If the jet is, let's say, $50 million, that means that the cost of the upkeep of the property of that jet, it is about 20% of the value. Let's say it's 10 because it's new, less expenses. So you're talking about that someone is going to spend $1 million in maintenance. Is going to buy gas here in Florida. Is going to have people that they're going to need in the boat. It's going to have people that they are going to maintain the boat. The insurance needs to be purchased. You have a lot of money being moved. And that creates jobs. And guess who benefits? Someone who makes less money. You will have to have a captain. You have to have skippers. You will have to have mates. You will have to have people that help in the ship. Look at the amount of jets that there is in Florida. Do you know the amount of money that moves from all levels, from all social level scales? Okay, now, the next one. Florida economy is built on growth. Yes, of course. There's a video there that I put together about the 12 micro and microeconomic factors when you invest in a property. One of them is growth. It's the economic growth of the area. It's the economic growth of the zip code. It's the economic growth of that particular location. So when you have people moving in, and this is regardless of income, okay, or purchasing power, highways need to be built. Supermarkets need to be built. There's infrastructure that need to be built in order to support that growth. Guess what? That creates employment, local employment in construction. Local services need to be provided, and it fits everybody else. Everybody benefits. So growth is extremely important for the health of a location. Next one, more demand equal more development. Of course. As more people move in and they need special services or just regular services, there's going to be more development. And this includes low-cost living. There are certain areas in Orlando, especially south of Orlando, where you can buy a house for $350,000 today. That's affordable. That's not $1 million home. Besides that, here we are in Florida. We don't have all the rules and regulations that you have in other states, especially in California, where you cannot build because everything is green protected. Well, I think green needs to be protected, but not too much too protected that then people cannot afford a home. Okay? So, more demand equal more development. For sure. We want that. You can still buy smart. Of course, there is always opportunity to buy smart. Okay? Here in Florida, again, developers are putting out great offers to buy single-family homes. I've seen those. Oh my God, the interest rates are amazing too. So there's opportunity. So just don't sit with your ass complaining and thinking that because 20 or 100 or 200 or 1,000 millionaires are buying $1 million home, you are now out of the market. No, that's a very small thinking. Get it out of your head. Okay? Think about all the elements that I'm telling you. Okay? Next one, the alternative, a dying economy. Of course, when you have economies that contract, people move away. Let's look at there's a video out there about examples of towns that have been decimated by lack of growth. So when people move away, it's a dying economy. So we want everybody to move in. So there is a place for the millionaires. There is a place for people medium income, and there's one place for people that have maybe lower income. And here in Florida, we have the areas for all that. There are counties, there are cities that could target different socioeconomic activities. So there is nothing is preventing someone to find that. Now, what is preventing someone who complains to do that is just sitting in the couch, looking at probably a sport, getting big and fat, and not doing anything. Then you deserve to be poor because you're not doing nothing. Okay? So don't complain, get your ass out of the couch and do something. And millionaires, last one here. Millionaires are not running Florida. They're making the best place to live. Like I said, there is affordable housing. There is expensive housing, expensive for someone, okay, but not for others. And do something about it. Just don't sit and complain. Okay, don't have that mentality. If these 6 factors don't convince you, really, you need to go and somewhere else, because you're going to be a very, very sad person if you don't if you don't change your mentality. There is nothing you can do. This is Florida. This is gorgeous. This is a peninsula. It's a beautiful state with coast on both sides. Actually, I can say 3 sides. One side. Well, okay. Lower or lower. So you're going to have people, well-off people, with for all the good reasons I mentioned, all around Florida. But there's plenty of space all over the state to develop, to grow, to live affordably. Maybe you need to drive a little bit longer. Big deal. Still beautiful, and there's a space for everyone. With that said, make it a great day.